Hey folks, daily Landsblog for the 9th of June 2019. And I got my marker here and I got my arm here. 9th, no marks on my arm. That's pretty good. But I'm going to put a mark on my arm because of yesterday. And it wasn't the full day. In fact, it was about 3.5 hours, 4 hours. And I feel like in those 3.5 hours or 4 hours, I learned a lot about myself. Because as you have heard me say before, that the brain can't recall what pain feels like. So sometimes, even though I recall a million times when I felt really, really terrible, and I recall different places where I felt that way and different smells that brought that on, I still can't recall just how bad it is. And then yesterday, I'm just minding my own business and it hits me. And it really shook me up. Because it reminded me of this terrible, awful place that I never want to go back to. And there was about 15 minutes where I was, really worried that, am I going back there? Is something happening? Because I speak to people all the time who say, yeah, I've been on medication, successful, and it stopped working. I mean, my buddy Luke Sklar, who died about a year ago, he had been successfully treated for like 20 years. And then one day it just stopped working. So I had all this panic, and panic is not the kind of thing that's going to make something like a depressive episode go away. And eventually it did fade. And eventually I stopped panicking and was able to talk myself down. But it was kind of a confirmation for me that I need to do this, because nobody should experience the kinds of things that I felt in the past. And understand what I'm saying here. This is not me complaining in any way. I mean, 4 hours, big deal. And even though I didn't feel good, it's still just a 4 out of 10, which is, 1,000, well, not 1,000 times, but way better than I've been in the past. But it just reminded me that I have a responsibility to share this with people and to try to make them feel like they can go for help, or if they're going for help, that there is hope. I am the hope. And even though I have one mark on my arm, there's 8 marks that are not here. Wow. Do I sound sad? Mm-hmm. Okay, I don't want to sound sad. So let me just pick it up at the end. So I'm doing a lot better now, and I'm reminded just how lucky I am and how blessed I am in my life to have felt the worst that I can feel, which reminds me on just an average day, I gotta celebrate it. SickNotWeak.com, 24 hours a day, 364 days a year. I'm here because I got stories to tell.
Hey,
hey, buddy.
Wrigley.
How you doing, bud?
Hey.
Hey.